So that clip that you just watched, that came from this device right here, my iPhone 15 Pro Max. There's a lot that you can do with this device, and I'm gonna show you how in the next few minutes. I'm gonna go by step-by-step process on how to set up your settings the correct way so you can get the cinematic footage that you're looking for when it comes to content creating. You'll learn a lot from this video. Stay tuned. When it comes to getting cinematic footage on your iPhone, it's not just about pulling up the camera app, the native app, and just filming and expecting to get the best footage that you can get out of that. You want to be able to have the settings that you're able to put into the phone so that you can actually use that and produce good content. It's not just about also putting in the settings, but you also have to put in the work and put in the practice in order for you to get the movements that you want, get certain shots, certain angles. But in today's video, I'm only just going to show the settings portion. So I'm going to share my screen so you actually can see everything from top to bottom on my settings, my personal settings, so you can get the same type of footage that you've seen earlier in the video. Now, when it comes to the actual settings itself, like I said, I have a 15 Pro Max. So if you have anything that's about, I'll say 14 to 15 and above at the time of recording this video, then you can actually get these same type of settings, or even better, you know, once you go past the 15. So on my screen, as you can see with the camera app, I went to my settings, of course, first of all. So on the screen, as you see, you have the settings, of course. You will go over and you will head to the camera app. I don't know why it took me a while to find it, but here's the camera app. Now, as you can see, the camera, you have record video, slow-mo, cinematic, you have sound, you have formats, preserve settings. So these are the top 5 that I would go off first, just so you can kind of know like what to really go off of when it comes to the settings in general. So when it comes to record video, I always stick at 4K 30. The only reason why I go 4K 30 mainly is because it's not too fast, but it's not too choppy when it comes to the image, when it comes to my video. It's more like a smooth it's more smooth footage, but it's still easy on the eyes when it comes to actually seeing the quality of the video. If I go 60, it'll be a little bit too, it's not really native to the eye, but it's, you know, it's more on that, you can tell it's more like a homemade type video if you're vlogging or whatnot. But that's just not really my style. You know, it might be your style, but it's just not mine. So I like to stay at 30. I used to film at 24, but I noticed when I film at 24 and then I try to record at 24, it seems a little bit choppy, and, you know, it is native to the eye in a sense of a cinematic perspective, but it still seems kind of choppy to me. So me going to 4K 30 is more of a middle, it's more in like in the middle balance for me. So I always choose 4K 30. But, you know, again, go based off of what you feel is more comfortable and what's more appealing to the eye to you. When it comes to enhanced stabilization, I check on that, so I know that my footage is always stable when I'm filming, whether I'm doing handheld movements, if I'm running fast, if I'm walking and I'm on not on a even platform as far as walking or whatnot. I know that even if the camera seems a little shaky, it still can stabilize to its best ability. And then I also check on lock white balance. That is super important because when it comes to balancing, locking the white balance, if the white balance is not where it needs to be, then it gets to a point where there's times where the coloring of your videos can like shift and change, and the white balance can kind of throw everything off when it comes to the footage. Not just when it comes to the iPhone, but also when it comes to just filming in general. You want to make sure that you're able to get your white balance in check. But in the purpose of this video, like I said, when it comes to the settings, when it comes to your white balance, just make sure you have that on lock. All right, so then as we are moving forward, like I said, when it comes to the slow-mo, I rarely use it, but if I had to use it, I'll do 1080p at 120. That's when you're recording and you want to get that slow, you know, slow-mo effect, or that slow cinematic type of feel when you're actually, you know, watching something. So if you want to go slow-mo to kind of get those cool effects, You can use 1080p. That's what I normally would go at. Cinematic mode, I really don't use cinematic mode, but if I did have to use it, or if I decided I wanted to use it or whatnot, I still keep it at 4K 30. When it comes to record sound, I keep it on stereo. I don't know why they have mono, but I keep it on stereo, so we have balance on the left and the right when it comes to sound. And then we also allow audio playback, so that's, you know, a given. Now, when we go to our formats, you have, when it comes to the camera capture, you have high efficiency and then you have most compatible. I will keep it at most compatible. The reason why I go to most compatible for this is because, granted, you know, when you're trying to upload footage from your iPhone and put it on your computer, yes, it will be in large file sizes when you do that, but you're able to use those file sizes and put them in whatever type of editing software that you want to use. So even if you're using CapCut, if you're using, you know, Premiere Pro, DaVinci, Final Cut, you can use those files and actually put them onto your software. If you use high efficiency, when it comes to the actual format of your video, yes, they will compress, but the image quality won't be that great because they're compressing the video to a smaller size to where it kind of takes away the quality of the video. So it's best to have it on most compatible. And again, if you want to be able to save space when you're actually recording your videos onto your phone, you can use a SSD to connect to your phone. You can use a, you know, SD card reader, would have a USB-C chip put into your phone and just record, and it'll actually save on that file. So I can show you guys a little bit on that too later on. And then when it comes to the video capture, we have ProRes, Apple ProRes, and ProRes Encoding. So with the Apple ProRes, like I said, this is more if you have a iPhone Pro Max, whether it's 15 or above, you are able to get these types of settings. With ProRes, what that is pretty much a codec or a file to where your screen is completely grayed out, and you're able to, when you go to editing your actual footage, you're able to manipulate the coloring, you're able to manipulate the saturation, you're pretty much able to manipulate the colors when it comes to the actual content of what you're trying to do. A lot of professionals are able to use this, and you can use it once you actually have the skill set to learn on how to do it. But I typically would just have it on when I want to use ProRes, and especially if I'm using like if I'm using it for different types of scenarios. So when it comes to composition, you know, I have my grid and then I also have my levels checked on. And the only reason why I use this is because when it comes to me actually filming my content, I want to make sure that I'm in frame. I want to make sure I'm in place. And then also too, just in case I want to be able to upload vertical content, I can make sure that I have everything that I need in the framing that it's in. So that's why it's best to learn rule of thirds and understand how to place your subjects when it comes to using that rule, just so you can have the right composition of your subject when it comes to filming your content. Just for this purpose, these are just my camera settings on what I do when it comes to filming my content. Like I said, it's pretty short, sweet, to the point. And like I said, if you have these settings, you will be ahead of the game when it comes to your content creating using just your phone. Like I said before in my last video, you necessarily don't need all of the most expensive high-tech gear just to get started. You have something already in your pocket that you use every single day. That's an investment that you need every day. So why not use it to make money? Or just a way to just be able to show off your talents. Like I said, it's not what you have, it's what you use of what you have. So that's pretty much the latest of this video. I just wanted to pretty much break down everything when it comes to my settings and how I'm able to use this to create content. And now you can do the same exact thing with a phone. So I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Keep creating, and I'll see you soon.